This guy better stop. The
If
stuff
you
that he's
only
saying.
knew, if you only knew, bro. Like I feel like a lot of people.
I mean,
I feel like a lot of people they see the fruit. You know what I mean? They don't see where the roots are.
But of course, but I think now is the best time for like people like us to be in front of golf. I don't know if that sounds a little cocky or if that's really the truth.
No,
but
I
think
agree.
it's true.
I've been saying that shit since the '90s. People think I'm crazy. I wasn't old in the '90s, for the record. I was still young.
No, you were young, but you were
saying.
you were still a correspondent on the broadcast on TV. Like
not in the '90s. I'm just saying like
not in the '90s, but like you were. I'm sorry, like
I was playing, but I was involved, man.
Yeah,
I've been living this shit for so long, and that's the crazy part about like seeing where it is and what it's doing is there's a lot of people in charge.
Yeah.
That have no vision.
Yeah, of course.
They have no. They're more in protect mode. That's the problem with golf, in my opinion.
There's a lot of gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is almost. It's almost like it's just really what's holding it back.
You know what though? You know, we just had Thanksgiving. Right. And my wife wanted to do some different shit. Like, let's make something different. And I was kind of like, no, this is Thanksgiving. This is the one day of the year where we eat these things and these items. But it was funny because that night I kind of was like, that's how the golf industry thinks and is because the game is so traditional. Yeah. And it's like you bring in this alternative dish into the conversation and everybody goes up in arms. And like, that was like, I know how simple it was, right? But like, when I look back at it, I was like, holy shit. Yeah. That's the issue is people want to bring ABC to the table and everybody's like, nah.
They're like, nah,
we do turkey in the oven.
Yeah.
You know, we're not doing that fried turkey.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about it because for you, how many years have you been in the golf industry?
Industry?
Yeah.
I mean, my first job was outside services. You know what I'm saying? So in and around the game, probably 25, 30 years.
Yeah, but for that duration, you felt like the gatekeeping, like the.
Oh no, yeah. I've lived the gatekeeping, but I've also been the token too, right?
Yeah,
so it's like I've had to tap dance and make sure that. I always felt like the Al Sharpton the black people in golf. Like I gotta make sure I represent the right way so that the next next era can come through here and not be, stereotyped and looked at a certain way. Like,
yeah, but I admire that you're doing you. Like I get all that, but you're never gonna compromise you.
I'd say now.
Yeah.
Like you go back to when I like started all the TV stuff and broadcast. And I was doing what I thought I was supposed to do in a non-offensive way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be the guy that didn't make waves, people liked, dependable, like what everybody does. Like everybody wants to be looked at as dependable.
Yeah, of course.
And liked and it can come through in the clutch. Give me the ball in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like on the way here, I'm listening to NWA.
Yeah.
I can't pull up to the country club listening to NWA.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Imagine I pulled up playing that in the Impala, looking like Johnny Depp.
You can do it at Silverleaf, but you can't go to Whisper Rock.
I can do
You can't do that shit at Estancia up the street.
No, I'm not going to Greyhawk or none of those places. Like, yo, Ray's pulling up. It's all
Ray's
good.
Pulling up, man. Coming straight out of Compton,
But going back to the gatekeeping, like I've only been in this industry less than 6 years. And I felt a lot of resistance, believe it or not, and a lot of like, a lot of heat and a lot of pushback and a lot of like shrink the game comments, and even internally, with Hypey starting it there, like they're like young kids that weren't feeling golf, but they don't know like my tenure before, like, skateboarding, still skateboarding, and also like being part of like the fashion industry, streetwear, et cetera, et cetera. Like I know how to make it represent us. You know what I mean? When I say represent us, I mean like POC, dudes that don't have like these opportunities like some other kids. Like for us, it's almost like it's more hurdles, and like besides getting like accolades, like for you, like being like, a proper competitor on the golf course, junior golfer, collegiate golfer, and broadcaster, it's still tough for us to get opportunities. You know
what I'm saying? Professionally, you forgot that part.
Oh, come on, man.
No, it's okay though.
But it's okay to not.
No, but people need to understand, and that's why I say it how I say it, because people need to understand that you can try to be who you want to be when you grow up, but not everybody is going to the league. Not everybody's gonna play under the lights and catch the ball or shoot the shot. No. And that's okay. Even though if you want
it's okay.
And that's my thing. It's like, especially as a person of color, I feel like we don't get that luxury to fail. It's like we got to get it right now.
Yeah.
Like we don't get to fail. Like I got homies.
Yeah.
From a different clubhouse that fail and get a better gig.
Yeah.
And then go to that, fail and get a better gig. Yeah. And it's like, I'm up against these things too. So I want to make sure that like people hear that shit from me. Like, yo, I failed at trying to be that.
Yeah.
But look at how I've been able to pivot and look at the game. Like the cool part about golf is it keeps you like it's insulated. If you can make a little wave in the game, like the game will look out for you. But you do have to tap dance around, some of those gatekeepers like he was talking about.
Yeah, it's funny because like I've experienced that with skateboarding, but skateboarding is like, of course it just like everything else, it's like a big community and you do roll with certain crews. I was blessed to be around the right people. But for golf too, it's almost is similar. It's like, there's like this core traditional lover of the game, lover of the culture, and it's just like they don't like seeing the change, but in reality, I don't think they can do anything about it because we're moving so fast, and we're just taking care of each other. Like, I text you every now and then, you text me every now and then, and people don't know, like behind the scenes there is a lot of shared information.
No question.
That people are only paying attention to maybe like stuff on social, but they don't realize, these conversations and these meetups, you don't ever see them, and there's a lot of us. I don't want to say that we're growing the game, but I'll say,
well, I'm over the whole grow the game.
Yeah, that's like I'm not with that.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but look, I look at homies like Matt Kang out here with the Society General, and then before that he had the Sniper Gang.
Yeah.
But regardless of what Kang is doing, like in the apparel space or on the video space, he's growing community.
Yeah,
like
100%.
And it's authentic and it's real.
100%.
And I think that shit inspires me. It's like, okay, I got whatever piece of platform, like how am I bringing people together through the game? And I think that's what we and y'all need to look at and support. It's who are the people, the tastemakers that are in the trenches with the people that are actually invested in the game. How do we support them so that they can support the overall mission? So that they don't have to deal with the gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? Because look at Kang. Kang, professional hockey player, then professional golfer, and then kind of was trying to figure life out, etc. And then he found his way into fashion and media.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of respect for Matt because he's been able to kind of reinvent himself and see these niches that he can use in a positive way. And I think that's the shit that people need to just celebrate, bro.
Yeah. He's definitely figured out a way to do his own thing, and it's really great to see. It's funny as I did the Hype Golf Clubhouse, which is a retail pop-up experience in New York. We were doing things with Painter. He came by to support, and he got to see, what we've been doing for the past 6 years, as far as like having a community of people that golf, but they don't look like regular golfers in like performance apparel, worried about their handicaps or their clubs they belong to, but people that just want to naturally like learn from one another and, just chill and, have a good time. And, I don't know. Like you said, back to community. Community is like an important thing. If we don't have that, there's no.
And the thing is, like, and this is something I've always really wanted to ask you too.
Yeah.
What a great platform that I have on your show. What were those gatekeeping tactics, I guess, when you guys came in the game? You said you only been there for 6 years, because I feel like when Hype Golf launched, it felt like it was like this like atom bomb in the game.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
Hasso offers the largest luxury estates in the Valley, family gatherings, golf experiences, and corporate retreats. Secure your stay at stayhasso.com.
I think in reality, I think utilizing a lot of the relationships that I had, as far as like, using the skate, the music, the creative dudes, the automotive guys, like all these guys I've been running with for, probably 25, 30 years. I'm 50 now. I jumped in the game early, probably we'll say like 14, 16 years old, like riding a skateboard, and all these relationships I've built over these years, I still use them. I can make a call, I can make a text, and they pick up. But skateboarding has been pushing golf for such a long time, even during the times when my friend Costin and Tim Gavin were playing golf, and Keith Huffnagel actually being a really big golf advocate that felt like golf was a future. Like even at his wedding, he's like, golf is a future. I think we were playing Del Monte at the time, and I'm like, this game is dumb. I have to drive in an L. I have to drive in an L because I got to be careful on the fairways and da-da-da. But I was like really more interested in partying and like kind of just enjoying myself and living. But in reality,
That's the 90-degree rule.
Yeah.
For those that need this translated, the L, just in the fairway and back to the.
Yeah, and even back then, like we weren't appreciating it. We were like unstrapping the golf bags and are falling back. We're like laughing. Meanwhile, we're in one of the most beautiful places to play golf in. And, you know, as you grow up, you learn, you know, like, you know, you kind of gotta respect things, but you have to learn that being a jerk when you're younger. And then, you know, when you get kind of my point in life, it's like you got to really respect or, you know, avoid things that you don't understand, or if you want to learn about it properly, like be with somebody that can educate you. You know, you want to, you know, be with like a proper person that has like lived that life. Like for instance, like I look up to a guy like Fuge, right? Like
Jeff Fujimoto.
Everybody would be like, you know, he's not a golf influencer. He's not like famous. He's like, yo, you know, you need to speak to. You need to speak to Fuge. You know what I mean? Like for me, like when I was going through this thing with Hype Golf, I was like, you know, I would love to be somebody of that stature because people respect what he does, what he says, who he's with. Not that it matters who he's with. He's not rolling with people just because they're rolling with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, I know. You
like,
remember, I worked at True Spec. I saw, you know, Fuge every day. And what's beautiful about Fuge is like, I say this tongue in cheek, he treats everybody like the janitor. And that's it's one of my like statements. It's like, yo,
that's powerful.
He's very respectful of everybody, their
like
time, their energy. My dad was a janitor. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that kind of expression means to me. You treat everybody like the janitor.
Ain't nothing wrong with the janitor. He's working.
He's out here grinding
He's
too.
working.
No question.
He's working. But yeah, but I even remember like an instance where like he told me like, hit me up when you hit, you know, 16, when you're at Waste Management. I hit him up, texted him, hit me back. I remember him just like waving me in and dude, yo, we were walking through, I swear, there were crowds of people just partying like the Red Sea. And it was incredible. And you know, golf, there's not too many yellow people. And dude, people were just partying. Like, and then he just walked into the booth, he didn't see nothing, just walking through. So, oh, just hang out here for a second. Like, whoa. And I think that might have been 2021. That was actually my first experience at TPC Scottsdale during Waste Management. And then it's crazy because like 2020, I've been coming here since 2020, and no one knows that like this Phoenix Scottsdale area, like I've been here the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been, you know, I've made a lot of friends here. My friends have restaurants here. I have other clients here. I mean, I played tons of golf here. I mean, you know, we played Scottsdale National together. We've been at other events together at
He's
Papago.
saying that to not flex for the record. You know, you can't just say that around here.
Oh no, that's a flex.
Like, you can say some courses. When you say Scottsdale National, that's like, who took them out there? How the hell they get that?
That's funny, but you're the guy that will leave early.
Damn right. Bro, I never stay the whole time.
You never stay the whole time?
Never. It's kind of a strategy. Anything. I'm always the first out. I'll be the first one there. I'm first out.
I'm there for the chocolate on the bed every morning. Man.
I feel like, I'm out early.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a strategy or just me being dumb. It's just like, I keep it pushing.
What else is going on? What's next for you? I know you got something brewing.
Yo, me and Cheyenne back together working on some things.
Okay.
I'm very excited to you know, Cheyenne and my wife. My wife's a producer. She's a podcast producer, TV producer. She does all kinds of live events, et cetera, et cetera.
Got it.
So she's the one that kind of started this whole ball rolling in the first place.
Okay.
Like she was like, you should do a podcast. And I was like, I don't watch no damn podcast. It's like talk radio. And then we moved out here to work for 8 a.m. True Spec. That was 2018 when we came out to Scottsdale. And then Cheyenne and I started a pod. And that turned into a Golf Channel pod. That turned into me getting a shot on air.
Okay.
And I've been there ever since, man. So like this is 6th season. But, you know, there's a lot of things I'm interested in doing. But, you know, I just want to do more golf. You know, I did that. When I did the Creator Classic, it was really like a moment where the one at the Players.
Right.
It was really like an intersection of traditional meets, I want to say like the next wave.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like Good. Those guys have their own tournament on the PGA Tour. They're sponsoring athletes. Bo Hostler, Willie Mack, guys up and down the Korn Ferry Tour.
Willie Mack's my guy.
So when I'm looking at all of this, there's a lot of like, I guess internal communication and communication with like, how are we going to foster this next wave? But we also got to get some of these old heads to get the hell out of these organizations, bro. Like, I almost applaud Brian Rolap at the tour for buying out, you know, people's retirement packages. Like, go ahead and get the hell out. Like, I'm about to redo this. So if you with that old shit, you got to roll. So I'm looking forward to being a part of that. Like, being a part of like this new tour in whatever capacity. You know, I think on air, it's getting tough to stay on air as a non-PGA Tour player. I say that. My blackness only goes so far.
It's only you only have like a certain duration, and then after that you got to do some other shit.
Yeah, so that's also where I'm kind of spending a lot of time, like trying to think of, okay, I rode this wave for 6 years. What's the next motion? Like where can I go find some motion? I guess you could say. And so we're working on some things. I can't say everything, but
that's fine.
But I'm trying to find people that's gonna go on the ride. You know, who's gonna come on the ride? Because at the end of the day, I'm not a grow the game guy. I'm a grow community guy. Let's grow community through the game.
Yeah, and
that's what we're trying to figure out.
That's why we talk, and that's why we know each other, and that's why we have.
So when I call you, I'm gonna need that. You got to answer the phone still, because
answer the phone.
I'm saying, but it's gonna be some asks attached here soon.
I answer the phone all the time, man. Come on.
That's the easy part.
Who doesn't answer the phone?
But it's gonna be like, hey, yo, I need your full suite of magical powers, man. We going over here.
People ask for that, and normally I say no. For you, I got you. I got you. There's only a certain. This is good to have you here with me, just to like talk about this stuff. You know, cultural currency is, it's a big thing that kind of like celebrates community. It's even bigger than golf. It's just people that are doing things, and like, you know, I see you do things before. I've seen you play at Far From Par. I see you on TV. I see you at all these different events, and like, you know, you should be celebrated, man. You've been doing this for such a long time.
I appreciate it. And again, that means the world to hear you say that. But at the end of the day, man, this game has brought me everywhere I've wanted to go. Every relationship that I possess is through golf, and you know, I feel like I'm one of the people that grew up through the game, and that has kind of navigated through the industry, right? So it's like you got the game and you got the industry, and people just need to know that, like, the industry through golf is there too. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people forget, like, they think of just the golf, the hitting the ball, but like, golf courses need attorneys and insurance. Yeah, you know, we need merchandisers. They need turf management, architecture. Totally, like broadcasters, writers, you need all that shit. People, buyers. You need it all. It's like, I just think a lot of people forget that this game is such a microcosm of society that you can do anything you want to do in society through golf. And I'm one of those people that's living it. And I'm just trying to keep pushing that narrative. Yeah. I wish I could express how I feel about golf, because like, I never thought golf was going to take me here. You know what I'm saying? Where's here? I mean, this beautiful ass house? I mean, this house is a ranch. It's a big old ranch with everything. With 7 other houses on the property. 7 other houses, stables. I mean, geez, they got. I just never thought golf would bring me here. Like, all these opportunities I have now, I think I might have visited 14 different places in the past 12 months. I just never thought this would be that. I mean, I felt like skateboarding educated me, but golf kind of brought me to another level of I don't know. I just see things a lot different now. What does skateboarding bring? Like, what do you get from skateboard? Because again, I don't know. Yeah. Like, what do you get from? You come into golf from skateboarding. What does it provide you? You got a chip on your shoulder. You get up off the ground. Like, what do you? So with skateboarding, believe it or not, skateboarding is very it's very artistic, and it kind of like opens your eyes to like architecture, to music, to different people. Like, skaters are basically one race. You know, skateboarding is the only place where you see like the headbanger dude with the hip hop dude, with like the like straight edge dude to the most, you know, vanilla dude ever, and they're all boys. And you see them together, you're like, look at these misfits of people. And then from there, you'll just learn how to deal with people. And then dealing with people and sitting in a skate shop. Skate shops is a place where, like, you know, it's like the clubhouse. You hang out, you chill, you learn things. People will talk about, like, you know, Mike Carroll has a good tray flip, or, you know, Gino Iannucci has a good back tail slide, or, you know, he has the best, whatever, 360 ollie in the game. But you get to learn to appreciate people's talents, and you respect them. Know them, not know them. Skateboarding teaches you that. But when you go to golf, you appreciate people's work. I might not talk to you, I might not know you, but I know you're ill. You know what I mean? And that's all you need to know. And there's some people. There's a nice little dovetail right there too, because I feel the same way about golf, right? You know, there's, like, you could bring a ex-con, a Fortune 500 CEO, a rabbi, and a priest. Yeah. Y'all can come to the golf course and hang up. You're gonna be friends for the next 4 hours. All you need is a couple golf shots, and you're good. I think that's where I made my reputation. I'm gonna hit one good shot around. Man, you better stop. I seen you were in a tournament. You were like, I think you were, what was it, 57? It's debatable. I don't remember said things.
You liar. It was in the far. I think it was one of the far. There was multiple Far From Par events.
I don't know.
And then these dudes from TaylorMade won.
Hey, look,
hold on, Dan. Who won that event? Huh?
Cody Massa, Tyler.
That was Massa.
Cody's a G, man.
Cody is good.
Cody can play.
Cody,
I haven't played with him yet. We're gonna have to get out. I ain't gonna say I'm better than him, but I do want to square up with him though.
Cody and DJ played pretty well.
I love DJ. DJ's one of the coolest.
DJ is the best. DJ Lance is. He looked like a men's health model, but he's
square ass jaw DJ.
He's
like cut himself shaving his jaw.
He's a good looking white man, but he can play some golf.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Doesn't discriminate.
No, I love that. Yeah, discrimination's no good. But I'm also been discriminated, so can't do nothing about that.
Well, I will say before we wrap though is, even though you've only been in the game for like 6 years, I also feel like very few people can say they've had an impact on it, like from a cultural perspective, clothing perspective. So like I told Dan Park, you know, a couple weeks ago, whatever you call me, it's done. Just let me know whatever you need. I ain't got Foods juice, but I got, you know, I'm a sippy cup. You know, I got a little bit. I got.
I'm gonna run that.
A little sippy cup.
Executive retreats, family gatherings, golf expeditions, and more. Hazo offers a one-of-a-kind resort-style experience